Good morning, students. In this session, I would like to take class on project writing. Project writing is included in the syllabus of semester 6 BCom honors as well as in general. Project writing it is not purely research, but you are taking initial training for doing research, or you are getting training how to write report after business activities done, or any observation on specific events. Suppose this COVID-19 effects on economic activities and economic recession comes on all over the globe. So when economic effects are coming down on the earth with the spiraling effects of COVID-19, so we the students belonging to commerce and business fields be very sincere how to write project. A project writer must have some knowledge on research methods and research methodology itself. So definitely you try to understand research methods and research methodology is not the same thing. Research methodology is a broader view which includes research methods. Okay, so research methods is not at all synonymous of research methodology. Some project writer or researcher may think research methods are methodology. It is not that. So don't get confused with research methodology and research methods. I want to clarify very lucidly for the BCom students, you are not doing purely research, but you are getting training for writing good report, what you have studied, what you have been studying so far. Research in common parlance refers to a search for knowledge. Knowledge on any subjects, maybe on economics, maybe on e-commerce, maybe on accounting, cost accounting, management accounting, environmental science, whatever may be. But for the commerce students who are obliged to write projects selecting on topics, and those topics must be chosen by the student himself or herself. Those topics should be related to commerce, business, e-commerce, economic activities, banking, e-banking, and finally the present situation which affects on accounting, economics. So you can choose any topic on your own. Students, I must tell you that you must choose the title of the project very nicely. And the title should be related to the objective of writing this project. If the objective does not tally with your title, then it is meaningless. Am I clear? So any research or any project writing should be based on knowledge. So research or project writing can be defined as a scientific and systematic research for pertinent information on a specific topic. In fact, research is an art of scientific investigation. You are not very sincerely and frankly speaking, you are not doing research at all, but you are getting just training to write report writing. So report writing will also follow methodically as research report is written by a researcher. It is actually a voice of discovery of something. When you are choosing the title and you are setting the particular objective, you are actually voicing of discovery on that topic. We all possess the vital instinct of inquisitiveness. For the unknowns confront us. We wonder, and our inquisitiveness makes us probe and attain full and fuller understanding of the unknown. Obviously, this is true for the researcher, but the project writer, everything is known, everything is happened, and for the BCom students, actually you are doing something what is already happened in the society or through the business activities. So research is an academic activity. Project writing is also academic activity, and as such the term should be used in a technical sense. You first define the topic through your title, define problems, and formulate a hypothesis. And after that, you have to choose collection of data and organization of data, evaluation of data, making or classifying, analyzing the data. After that, you come to conclusion, and that conclusion must be reaching at the objective what you have written. So you will see the university guidelines I have already given in PDF format, what the university given in the year 2016 and 17. I think almost all the things remaining same as I know for the project writing. That's why I have given that. And you have to choose title, then you have to choose objective, then you have to study some text, that is literature review. How do you acquire knowledge on that topic? Some research, some books, some articles, some newspapers, even if the websites may be. So literature review should be done. Then you have to organize collection of data, organization of data, and their analysis. For the purpose of analysis, you need research methods, tools, and those tools may be statistical methods, and methods may be mean, median, mode, even pie chart, pictorial diagrams, line chart, correlation regression, time series analysis. That is all. Okay, so the research methods and research methodology should not be confused as this synonymous term and the same thing. Okay, this is entirely different. And the objective of research, the purpose of research is to discover answers to questions through the application of scientific procedures. So you need to set objective of writing the project. Why? In order to gain familiarity with the phenomenon or to achieve a new insights into the topic, what you have chosen. That may be termed as exploratory or formulative research studies. Secondly, to portray accurately the characteristics of a particular individual, situation or group studies with this subject in view are known as descriptive research studies. Thirdly, to determine the frequency with which something occurs or with which it is associated with something else. And finally, to test a hypothesis. What you have? Hypothesis that should be tested of a causal relationship between variables. Okay. So variables should be tested. If it is tested, then the research conclusion will be significant enough. And the motivation of writing a project in research, what makes people to undertake research? This is a question of fundamental importance. Why? The possible motives for doing research may be either one or more of the following. Note 1. Desire to get a research degree along with its consequential benefits. But to become students, you are not getting research degree, but you are submitting project for the partial fulfillment of the requirement of the university in order to obtain your become honors degree or general degree, whatever may be. Secondly, desire to get intellectual joy of doing some creative work. You want to do something creative in your project writing, then you will be enjoying. And you need to serve your society. What you have submitted through your project, if your creative observations and conclusions are really fascinating, then you will be enjoying and society will be benefited. So keep in mind while you are writing your object, how it is practically useful for the stakeholders, for the users. Okay. Let us now discuss about the type of research or type of writing project report. Descriptive versus analytical. Descriptive research includes surveys and fact-finding inquiries of different kinds. The major purpose of descriptive research is description of the state of affairs as it exists at present. In social science and business research, we quite often use the term ex post facto research, what you are doing for your writing project. It is really descriptive research studies. The main characteristics of this method is that the researcher has no control over the variables. It is clear. When you are collecting the published balance sheet of any company or any business entity, you need not have any control over that secondary data. By the way, what I meant to say, what is primary data and what is secondary data? Primary data is that data when you are surveying through questionnaire in the field, that is field survey, through the distribution of your questionnaires, the respondent views are collected and data is organized, that is primary data. That data is absolutely generated by your questionnaire format, by field survey. And secondary data, that means published data, maybe newspaper, maybe articles, maybe published balance sheet, whatever may be, those data are published. That is not primary. From those data, you can analyze with the help of your tools, with the help of your knowledge, that conclusion you arriving at after analyzing. That is also important for descriptive research. Applied versus fundamental. Research can either be applied research or fundamental to basic or pure research. Actually, in our project, this type of applied or fundamental project writing is not at all done. In the field of core science, basic science, physics, chemistry, biology, even mathematics, even management also, applied versus fundamental research is done. But in the BCom syllabus, it is not being done. Mostly descriptive research. Quantitative and qualitative research may be there. That qualitative research is based on the measurement of quantity or amount. Qualitative research, on the other hand, is concerned with qualitative phenomena. It is also not very related with our project writing. Conceptual versus empirical research is that related to some abstract ideas or theory. It is generally used by philosophers and thinkers to develop new concepts or to reinterpret existing ones. On the other hand, empirical research relies on experience or observation alone, often without due regard for system and theory. This conceptual empirical research at this level we are not doing, but in accounting, cost accounting, management accounting, even auditing, and finally in the management science and art, these conceptual versus empirical and applied research can be done. But what we are not doing really in our BCom semester-wise system. Then what is the significance of research? Definitely this question is also peeping into your mind. Why do we write project? Briefly speaking, all progress is born of inquiry. Doubt is often better than overconfidence. For it leads to inquiry, and inquiry leads to invention. Research inculcates scientific and inductive thinking, and it promotes the development of logical habits of thinking and organization. This line is very important. Research inculcates scientific and inductive thinking, and it promotes the development of logical habits of thinking. While you are writing project, you must have logical habits of writing. Something should be supported by logics. Without logic, no project writing is meaningful and useful for the stakeholders. The role of research in several fields of applied economics, accounting, management science, whether related to business or to the economy as a whole, has greatly increased in modern times. Okay, so research methods and methodology, not same thing. Methods means some tools, techniques, what you are using for analyzing, classifying, organizing your data. And research methodology should be supported by logic. And when you arrive at conclusion, that should be significant enough. And research methodology is broader, or within research methodology, research methods are really incorporated. So for this little theoretical class, I think the students of BCom under the semesterized choice-based system, CBCS, choice-based credit system, hopefully you have got the idea how to choose the title. You choose first topic and follow the university guidelines what I have given you for PDF. You set the objective. You study the books, articles, newspapers and websites. Incorporate your rational view over the literature review. Then you organize, classifies, analyze the data you have collected. After that, you come to conclusion. Okay, so according to this chapterization, what university actually wanted, and the PDF format is also telling so. If you go through this sincerely, that your marks is segregated according to this chapterization, choosing of topic, title choosing, objective setting, and how to write these reports according to your chapterization. Okay, so you will get marks 50 out of this submission of project, and 50 marks will be set for practical examinations. You must prepare 3 sets, at least 3 sets, 3 copies of project. 2 copies should be submitted. 1 copy for external examiner, 1 copy for internal examiner, and 1 copy must be kept with you. At the time of Vaibhavosi examination, you must be present with your copy, and hopefully you must grasp over the projects what you have submitted, when you will be able to give befitting answers to the questions said by external examiners and internal examiners. Definitely you will score good marks. If you get any doubt, any question in your mind, you feel free to put your question through WhatsApp. Always welcome. I'll be trying my level best for my beloved students to submit your project successfully and to achieve in the examination with good marks. Okay, thank you so much. Good day.